Andrew McGahan for SevereMMA here at UFC 189, standing alongside Gunnar Nelson. And Gunnar, after your last fight, disappointing loss against Rick Story, I spoke to Chris Fields, and he said Gunny's such an interesting character. He's either going to train like an absolute madman and come back and wreck the division, or he could go live in the forest for the rest of his life and it wouldn't bother him in the slightest. You're back now. I'm assuming the training is in full flow.
Yeah, training has been great. You know, we were over in Mexico with Cahill, and it was a good experience to experience that high altitude. You know, then coming back here, staying here for a month, getting used to it here, starting to like Vegas a lot, and getting used to everything. I've been ready for a while now.
I can't imagine you liking Vegas too much. It seems too fast-paced for Gunnar Nelson.
Yeah, you know, you'd be surprised. I adapt really well, you know. Obviously, I could have my prefers, but I'm starting to dig it, you know.
A lot of people said maybe Gunnar Nelson didn't get out of first gear in the fight against Rick Story, and people are saying now we have the blueprint to beat Gunnar Nelson. The same way a lot of people are saying Gunnar Nelson has the blueprint to beat Brandon Thatch after the Ben Henderson fight. What do you say to those people? Are we going to see, like, obviously you're not going to come out going 100 miles an hour, but do you think you can now pick it up in the later rounds if it's not going your way early on?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of things that I took from my last fight, and one of the most important things for me was I got caught up in structure, and I need to be more flowing, and I need to take it more by feel, and that's what I always done, and that's what bring my fight. That's what bring the fights in me out. And this camp has been good, you know. I just been putting things together, and I'm ready, and I'm very confident. And you know, I go in there every time and try to finish the fight, and that's what I'm going to do now as well.
Pure grappler, one of the best in the UFC without a doubt. I've heard rumours from inside the Mac Mansion that you and Sergey have had absolute wars wrestling with each other. It's the most intense thing watching the two of you train together.
Yeah, I don't know. We have a good flow. I think we actually flow really well together.
Because it's like for me, I find it interesting when wrestling comes up against jiu-jitsu. Because there's always the thing that a wrestler will try hold the jiu-jitsu guy down, but the jiu-jitsu guy will still be able to do something again. Like, you don't see it as much anymore in the UFC as you might have before. And I'm always interested to hear how these battles go.
Yeah, we have a good flow, me and Sergey. We come in and we commit, and we go through a lot of things when we train. You know, I love training with Sergey. He's such a technical bank, and if you just go in there and flow with him, you'll learn a whole lot.
Talk to me about, I know you're saying you're starting to like Vegas, you're starting to warm to it, but the fact that you're here on one of the biggest UFC cards of the year, Conor McGregor has completely taken over the show, and I believe you predicted this. I remember we spoke to you around the time of Conor's debut, and you said he's going to be one of the biggest stars because he has it, and people always say he's the yin to your yang, or that you bring out the best of each other, but it's almost as if you called it.
Yeah, you know, Conor just has that attitude and that personality that just fits so well into this whole world, you know, and the cameras love him, he loves the cameras. It just fits, you know, and he's just being himself, and he's just being the way he is, and yeah, I knew it was going to be a star.
Two things before we let you go. Do you think you have the ability to be the anti-Conor McGregor, the opposite way to him, that you become such a big star because of your stoic demeanour and how you still put guys away? Do you think there's something, because there is an allure to Gunnar Nelson, you know, people are interested about him because, you know, he's just chilling here, almost like no fucks were given on any particular day in Gunnar Nelson's life?
I don't know. I am the way I am, and that's the way to stay. And I go on my own path, you know. And yeah, there's definitely people interested in different things. If everybody was the same, then it wouldn't be.
Be boring.
Yeah, it'd be boring. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think people sometimes think I'm a bit more cold than I am. Maybe like in these situations, I'm calm or whatever. I don't know what to say, but I like to mess around, definitely.
Finally, you're a bit of a cult hero in Iceland. You got your favourite pastry made again when it went out of circulation. Have you done anything mad since then? Have you, I don't know, brought back anything crazy that we haven't heard about? What has Gunnar Nelson done to change Iceland this year?
Not much, you know. I recently had a baby boy, and he's 1 year old now, and that's mainly been what I've been doing back home, you know, just spending time with him and being a father, you know.
Gunnar, thank you very much. We're looking forward to your return on Saturday night. Appreciate the time.